and we'll just see what happens. We have 649 against 626, and we'll see how that goes. Ooh, this is... yeah, we haven't actually fought in Deshar lands that much, have we? Hello Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, yeah, I've been doing quite a bit of off-screen progression here, and let me just tell you that I did try to take out the Dread Legion. And, well, things happened. I'm not going to go into too much detail about it, but suffice it to say, I did not succeed in getting a Qualis Gem from the battle itself, which was very frustrating indeed. But that's what's going to happen, I suppose, when I have a pretty low, it's not actually pretty low, but it's kind of like average sort of prisoner management skill, because I only have 6 in it, and if I had about 8 or 9, I'd feel much more confident in being able to capture these unique spawns. In other news, I was able to advance my power draw to 8, and as a result, I am now able to use the strong Noldor composite bow, which is gonna be my go-to bow until I have attained another Qualis Gem, because then, of course, we will be, we'll be able to upgrade our Strange Rune Bow. But you can see right here that the Strange Rune Bow actually has 88 accuracy in comparison to the 95 from the Noldor bow, so that's obviously going to be extremely good. Even though the rune bow does have 3 extra damage, I feel like that extra accuracy is just invaluable. Anyway, what I've been doing off screen, apart from, killing the Dread Legion and failing to get a Qualis Gem, apart from that, I have been attempting to take out Ravenstone Lords, because the Empire actually did make peace with us now, even though they're very, very close to being eliminated, and well, of course, doing Knighthood Order quests, and you can see here that I've actually lured a Jatu army into the Noldor forest. You'd think they'd learn by now, wouldn't you? But anyway, we are going to move in to help Ithilrandir, and we're going to see how our 1,500 troops do against 833. Now, I don't know whether I have command of our entire force, but if we do, then this is going to be very easy for us indeed, because that will mean that I will have, well, the easy time of basically telling everyone to stand on this hill and allow the Jatu to kill themselves. Which is exactly what would happen. It really is. I mean, I think I actually do have control. Oh, that is amazing. That is basically the most monstrous thing that can be done to the Jatu right now. Because if you just see this situation right now, how are they gonna do anything against us? They're all on mounts. There's nothing they can do, really nothing they can do. Anyway, what I've also done is I've changed a little setting in the options. By all means, let me know if you want me to change it back. But the options are, it's purely cosmetic, by the way. So basically what it is I have been perusing through the Pendor options, the unique Pendor options, and basically I found this thing that allows you to reduce clutter in the text log. Like, for example, right now, you're not seeing anything, right? But we've actually... oh, we apparently haven't killed anyone anyway. Ah, well, never mind. The point is, what I was trying to say is that I've reduced it so that allied kills and kills that my troops get will not be shown on the screen, but troop kills that I get and troop deaths that happen on our side will be shown. So it is just a little bit easier for the text log to deal with all of that spam, and we won't have as much spam as a result. And I think that's actually a pretty cool idea. I like that quite a bit. It's obviously something that the Pendor developers added, and bear in mind that I now have insane archery skills. So yeah, well, not archery skills, but damage, shall we say. The damage is just amazing, and I would like to be able to deal some extra damage to these fellows right here. And, oh, look at that. That was a nice 120 damage on that Jatu Battle Rider right there. And hopefully I'll be able to do some more. Yeah, there we go. Nice. Alright, so you can see here that we are seeing our casualties. We're seeing the casualties that are actually dead completely, whereas we're not seeing casualties that were just knocked unconscious. And I think that is a fantastic option. Personally, I've been playing with it for quite a few battles now, and I like it quite a bit because it shows my kills, but it doesn't show everyone's kills. And I don't know, maybe it would be an idea for us to keep that on, but you can see here that the enemy is just dying like nothing else. I mean, if we want to take a look at this, the status of the actual battle, then you can just bring up the battle map and take a look at it from there. You can see that the enemy's lost 120 units so far, and we don't really need to see the text log, but it's nice to see the overall picture, shall we say, of the battle, and that is exactly what the reduced clutter option actually does. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I actually like it quite a bit. Unfortunately, it is now demonstrating how incredibly inefficient I am when it comes to archery, because I'm able to get 1 kill in, what, 5 shots? I guess 1 in 5 is not too bad, but not great. And hopefully once we have acquired the rune bow, that will turn into much better, because obviously we will be able to destroy shields much easier, and of course in general just being able to do much more damage. There's another kill for us right there. And otherwise, yeah, that's basically what I've been doing. And I've also been, of course, attacking numerous units from the Jatu, where they are, you know, just small parties, basically. I haven't really been fighting Jatu armies all the time, of course. That's just not realistic. But being able to eliminate those small Jatu parties has actually given me a pretty decent rating with this particular Knighthood Order quest. And yeah, I'm actually kind of liking that, because before I thought that that wouldn't really give you that much, but apparently it is. And I've got about 17,000 already in terms of the rating, so I'm pretty happy with that. And I think I actually start, yes, I'm going to need to start doing something here. Like, maybe we should, I don't really want to retreat, you see. If I retreat right now, it's going to be kind of bad, because I kind of want the renown. Even though I'm not on the renown quest right now or anything like that, I would like to have the renown just for the sake of, well, having it, you know. Being able to increase my maximum company size is pretty important, and it would be kind of nice for us to get that, you know, get those additional units. I'd like to at least, before we, maybe, I don't exactly know whether that's going to happen anytime soon, but creating our own Knighthood Order is hopefully going to happen sooner rather than later, and I would like to be, you know, having at least, I don't know, 250? That's not going to happen, is it? No, probably not, but maybe 200 at least. That's a reasonable goal to have 200 maximum company size, because at the moment I have about 100 and, I think it is 188, I think, 187, something like that. And it would be kind of cool to make that an even 200, or at least somewhere around there. And then we'll be able to maybe level up our forces, our Knighthood Order forces, and take them on some patrols and things like that. That would be kind of fun. Anyway, I'm going to tell everyone to charge in here, including our archers. It might not be the best idea, but of course we do have Noldor, and they're pretty good at what they do, even when it comes to melee. And I'm going to have to do quite a bit here myself to try and carry us to the end of this battle, because of course I do have the reduced reinforcement waves now. I don't have like a huge amount of reinforcement waves coming in and in and in all the time. It's kind of not a particularly great thing, in my opinion, to have that happen, and it's kind of nice to have the option of being able to finish a particular battle, because if it was, you know, on the default settings right now, we would be seeing multitudes of reinforcement waves just coming in over and over again, and generally, you know, that's okay. I mean, that's fine, but then it's going to make it a lot more, I'd like to say maybe tedious. I don't know really, but yeah, I think it's kind of nice for us to have that option where we can actually leave our initial spawn area, because that makes it a little bit more dynamic, a little bit more exciting, in my opinion. Whereas before, we would know, 100% know, that enemies are going to continue coming in. And now it's a little bit different, because, well, maybe not so different because there's 0 enemies remaining, but now it is a little bit different because we do get the opportunity to actually leave that initial starting area and actually start doing something out on the fields of battle, in comparison to just standing there and not really doing too much. Anyway, there you go. We did lose 7 units and nothing really to write home about as far as I can see here, apart from the Heretic Magnus. Losing that's kind of painful, but we do actually have quite a few more of those in our garrison at Seven Cross Keep. And let's have a look. How many did we kill? 252. Not even that bad. That's pretty good. Okay, so now we only have 582 remaining. There's of course a reason why I'm doing this, with the exception of the rating for the quest. Of course, the other reason is to weaken the Jatu as much as possible so that the victory condition, you know, the overall victory progress of Pendor is satisfied to a degree where we don't have to worry about the Jatu any further. And I'm actually wondering what else I have to do, because I'd need to concentrate on some other factions, of course, like the Heretics, for example. I feel like the Heretics are probably the most powerful minor faction in the game at the moment. Of course, with the exception of the Dread Legion. The Dread Legion, when they're at full strength, is very, very difficult to take out, but obviously the Dread Legion was eliminated, so we don't have to worry too much about them at the moment. Now, I am going to be moving back here for obvious reasons. It's really just a no-brainer in cavalry battles, where we head back here and try and eliminate as many of these guys as possible. Unfortunately, I'm not particularly good when it comes to actually firing at units that are on mounts, especially when they have shields. So it's kind of a bit of a difficulty for me. So maybe I should just focus on the fellows that are actually off their mounts. But as soon as I do that, the Noldor are on it, and they literally just kill everything in the area. So I guess, you know what, I'm just going to save my arrows a little bit. Maybe I can shoot into that line over there. There we go, there we go. I did get a hit, so that's kind of nice. Oh, there we go. We actually did kill, I think, a horse, actually. I think we killed the horse, which is not exactly what I wanted, but oh well, never mind. Oh, there we go. We actually killed the Jatu Lancer. Very nice. Yeah, this is a fantastic position, though. Absolutely fantastic. I was a bit worried when we first came in and we were, you know, right on that hill, you know, looking upwards, because obviously that's not going to be a good time at all to be had by none of our allies. No, that is an absolutely awful place to spawn in. But thankfully, the map was large enough that we would be able to head back here, because you can see here that we're actually right up against the map boundary, kind of, not even very much, but almost. And it seems like the enemy, especially the enemy archers, are doing something a little bit weird over there, and they seem to be, well, just running around on foot, which is kind of a bit strange. I suppose they ran into the edge of the battle and they couldn't get themselves out, and that might have made a difference. Oh well, never mind. I guess that makes it a little bit easier for us to do some damage here. And we've already eliminated 93 with very minimal casualties, so I'm pretty happy with that. Otherwise, I think we should probably go out and do a little bit of damage to these guys, even though they do have some very good spears, and they would be capable of actually probably taking us off our mount. I'm having quite a bit of faith in the fact that we do have a Noldor horse, and a Noldor horse is, of course, very difficult to take out. And I'm hopeful that I'll be able to at least eliminate some more of these. There we go. Is that guy dead? Or no, that's just his horse. So yeah, this Pendor option obviously does not, shall we say, differentiate between the two. So basically, if you kill the horse, then it counts it as actually killing one of the units, which is, I don't really care about that too much, because at least it tells you that you actually did something and, you know, affected the enemy in some way, because otherwise it's just, you know, you just don't get any message whatsoever. So anyway, I guess what I'm going to try and do now is try to, well, I was going to say lure these guys, but they're already coming, so it doesn't really matter either way. But I guess I'll just try and weaken them up a little bit, maybe distract them somewhat. I think we've probably run out of arrows by now. It looks as though that is indeed the case. So I guess I'm just going to be telling our cavalry and infantry to charge in, and I will then tell our archers to charge in after that, because they've probably run out of arrows by now. And I think they are probably strong enough to be able to deal with any of the remaining units. I am just hopeful that we've eliminated most of the warlords and the battle riders and everything from the Jatu, because they are the most dangerous to worry about. And any of these guys that I can take out, obviously, to help us along the way of leveling up. I'm just really pleased that I was able to get Power Draw 8 as well, by the way, because obviously that bow, that strong Noldor bow, has been sitting in my inventory for I don't even know how many episodes, but it's been sitting there for a long time, and I'm just really pleased that I'm able to use it now, even though me using it is, well, sometimes not the most effective thing ever, and I haven't really gotten a chance, unfortunately, to use it in a siege just yet. and I'd like to be able to use it in some kind of siege defense or something, because I feel like a siege defense would be so fun with this bow. I'd just be able to sit behind the battlements and just get headshots all day, because it's just so incredibly accurate in comparison to my other bow. And it's going to be really fun to use. But there it is, another 6 enemies until we have achieved victory. And that will be, I think that's the second or third? Is that the second or third Jatu army that we've eliminated? I'm not entirely sure right now, but I know that there is one extra remaining, and this one was the bigger one. Bear that in mind. There is another one that has about 660 units in comparison to 980 or something. And yeah, that's going to be a bit of a headache to deal with, because of course those guys are more of a purist Jatu army. They have solely Jatu units and a couple of rescued prisoners, but obviously this one had been in a couple of battles and was maybe a little bit tired from all the battling, and as a result they may have had less Jatu units for us to deal with, which is pretty good. I actually don't mind that. I think that's fine with me, and maybe made it a little bit easier, but this is giving us a huge rating right now as well, which is great. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the next couple of rounds. I don't exactly know how many rounds it's going to take, but the next couple of rounds will be off screen, and then at the very end, that's when we'll see the summary of how much rating we've actually gotten. Bear in mind that I have about 17,000 right now. Alright, so there you go. That's a victory for us against the Jatu army. Technically, I shouldn't say for us, because it's kind of Fyhrr victory, isn't it? Yes. Also, from this particular victory, he is going to grow to be, well, I would say probably nigh unstoppable. Well, if he can catch anyone. If he can catch anyone, then he will definitely absolutely murder them in every single way possible. But now that he has a potential 1,000, and I'm talking about 1,000 prisoners here, he has a potential to rescue all of those, then, well, suffice it to say, he is going to be moving very, very slowly, and, yeah, might not work very well. But anyway, Noldor trade goods, small pouch of diamonds, that's perfectly fine with me. I will take those, because these Noldor trade goods can be, as far as I'm aware, I took a look at the wiki a while ago when I first acquired some, and basically you can trade those for troops or for an increased amount of troops. So if you go to the Noldor city, speak to someone in particular and give them the Noldor trade goods as well as a Qualis gem, you should be able to recruit additional units on top of the default value of them. So I think that's probably how it works. I haven't done that before ever, because the last time that I played Pendor a long time ago, I either did not get Noldor trade goods, or the trade goods that I did get were basically just selling material, so wasn't really making too much difference. Anyway, that's it for that, and I have a little bit of extra space, so let's see what I can get. Should I try and get something good? Yes, I probably should. Okay, do they not have anything good? It seems like they don't have that much. Sarlian Rogue Knights? I guess I'll take those. What else is good here? I'm gonna miss some stuff that's really, really good, by the way. Just letting you know right now. What about a Singalian Temptress? Why not? They're pretty good. Sarlian Noblemen, Halberdiers. I guess I'll take some Halberdiers, maybe some Sarlian Cavalry. They're not really going to advance into anything amazing though, but we are playing with Sarlian at the moment, so might make sense. And what else do we want to go for here? Empire Armored Crossbowmen, they're not at war with us anymore, and Maiden Cavalry, I guess. Maiden Cavalry are some of my favorite units because they do advance into some amazing upgrades. So otherwise, I think that's it. And have fun, Fyhrr, with all of these. He's surely going to have fun. Yes, look at him. He has over 2,000 units in his army now. I have no idea who's going to be... See, this is the thing. I'm not going to be able to take these Jatu armies into the Noldor forest anymore, because every single time I do, Fyhrr is not going to be able to catch up. So I don't exactly know how that's going to go any further. But anyway, let's level up Kasim right here. He can get an additional point in power draw. Why not? Let's get him some more archery as well. He is not using a bow, which is pretty bad. Let's give him that strange rune bow. And I thought I had some arrows. Yep, there we go. Let's give him some arrows as well. There you go. Now he's going to do that. Does he have any horse archery? Yes, he does. Okay, so he might actually be kind of useful. Any more than he was already, hopefully. Anyway, there you go. Okay, so let's take a look at our victory progress right now. So you can see here, everyone, well, the Fyhrr's Vein, it says the shield wall is buckling for the Fyhrr's Vein, and the Tashar are doing absolutely insane. And the Emperor's will wavers. So obviously the Empire and the Fyhrr's Vein are not doing well at all. Let's actually just verify that for a second, because I'm not entirely sure if that's really the case. I mean, yes, you know, the Fyhrr's Vein have lost, I don't know, I think it seems like 2 castles to the Kingdom of Sarlian, and that seems to be it. I don't really know why they would be having their shield wall buckle as it is, and I mean, Ravenstern are still doing fine by the looks of things, and they've just lost Rain, so I don't know what's going on with that. But anyway, let's take a look at what else we've got here. Yes, so the Jatu are weakened. There are 5 total armies that have spawned, and that is literally the Mist Mountain army, 2 Heretic armies, 2 Jatu armies. I actually thought that there was only 1. I've only seen 1, apart from the one that we've just eliminated. And then otherwise we have Noldor relations. Okay, so victory is achieved by having 1 kingdom remaining. The Noldor must have favorable or better relations. The Mist Mountain tribes must either be obliterated or destroyed. And every other minor faction must be obliterated or destroyed, with no outstanding minor faction armies or heroic personalities on the map. Okay, so that's going to be kind of, well, not too difficult to eliminate the remaining Jatu. I think the other army, by the way, was chasing us for the most part, and I think they were around this area here. So I'm going to go over here and see maybe whether we can try and draw those guys in. Let me just take a look at my rating. 94,000 rating right now, instead of 17. If you recall, earlier in the episode I said it was 17,000. That's amazing. That's really cool. Okay, so the Noldor, yeah, do bear in mind that I have actually helped out the Noldor quite a bit in battles, against the Jatu mostly, and some of their patrols now have upwards of 100 units. And one of them even has 300 units. So obviously that's going to be kind of interesting. Otherwise, I do have this army right here. It's going to chase me alongside, ooh, these guys. Yeah, these guys are slower than me by 0.3, so we shouldn't have to worry too much. Oh yeah, also, by the way, King Ulrich was very kind. I don't know whether he's kind or whether he's just kind of sadistic in some way, but anyway, he decided to give me this village up here, and he also decided to give me this village. And they are both extremely far away from anywhere, basically, from the Kingdom of Sarlian territory, and so I don't exactly know whether I'm going to be able to very easily defend them, which is kind of a shame, really, because personally, I'd like to be able to foster very, very good villages, very good prosperity for those villages, and then take full advantage of the huge amount of money that you can potentially make, and I just absolutely got murdered. Yes, I did. I was actually hopeful that I'd be able to at least stop them a little bit, but no, never mind. As long as Anson doesn't die right now, we will be absolutely fine. Alright, so with that small patrol eliminated, and amusingly enough, me eliminated alongside them, yes, we're going to continue to try and draw the Jatu away from their territory, and hopefully into King Ulrich or something like that, because he has about 360 units at the moment, and I think he could probably pose quite a good threat against these guys. I mean, these guys have, what, 8 warlords, a couple of hero adventurers, a couple of regular adventurers, 80 battle riders. I think King Ulrich probably has some decent enough units to be able to deal with them. Let's actually see whether the Noldor want to fight. No, they don't. Okay, so those guys are definitely running away. Now, otherwise, on the subject of unique spawns, I have been attempting, as I said before, to try and get Qualis gems. I did try to fight the Dread Legion, and they were eliminated, but unfortunately I did not capture the Qualis gem. And otherwise, we were looking around, and that's literally all I've been doing. I've just been looking around for unique spawns, and for the most part I haven't found any unique ones. I haven't found any heroic personalities, as the game calls them, and unfortunately that is kind of a shame, because obviously getting those is, you know, paramount to getting Qualis gems in some way. So otherwise I've just been asking around basically everywhere at these tavern keepers. Any news about invading armies? Here's your 2,000. Yeah, so Jatu army, obviously we have just, you know, lured this over here. And we have an Inquisition Holy Army at Drosh. Now, Inquisition Holy Army, obviously I think that probably counts in the realm of minor faction. So obviously it's definitely going to be something that we will attempt to eliminate at some point. I don't know whether we want to eliminate it now or whether maybe, hey, you know what? Where is Drosh? Where is it? I'm actually kind of wondering, it might be an idea to take the Jatu army and have it fight the Inquisition army, and then both of them will be eliminated at the same time. That sounds like a really fantastic idea, and maybe we can have that work. It seems like I'm not able to see it right now, so let's have a look on the notes screen, and let's see where... this is a Dashar village. Where is it? Oh, there. Oh, okay. I can't believe I didn't see it before. Okay, so I guess what we're going to do is I'm going to try and take this Jatu army down there, and maybe it will meet the Inquisition army. Alright, so it might actually be working right now. I don't exactly know, but it has taken me a while to get here, of course, and hopefully... Are they literally running away from each other, or what's actually going on here? Because they seem to be kind of even in numbers, kind of, sort of. I mean, one of them has 500 and another one has about 600, so I guess it's kind of bad. Okay, you know what? I'm going to speak to the Inquisitor party, and this is the trick, actually, by the way, that I used to stop the Jatu from running away from the Noldor, because Ithilrandir was actually pretty slow, even without his 2,000 strong army, and thankfully these guys are not going to attack me at any point, so I can just continue to use this. I know I have, I've been told about this in the past. I haven't really used this ever before because I've never really seen the necessity to do so, but it seems like this is probably going to be my only option to get the two of these fighting against each other. And yeah, it seems like it's pretty effective, actually. Seems pretty effective, and hopefully it will result in us being able to help the Inquisition. I'm going to help the Inquisition for the most part, because obviously I do have a task that benefits from the elimination of the Jatu, and also hopefully it will eliminate many of the Inquisition units, and we'll be able to participate in the battle against them. Now, I don't exactly know whether I should join in immediately. No, apparently I should have. Yes, seems like these guys are being kind of annoying. There we go. Okay, almost. Yep, get him. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so the Jatu is now in there. I guess we'll just join, and we'll just see what happens. We have 649 against 626, and we'll see how that goes. Ooh, this is... Yeah, we haven't actually fought in Dashar lands that much, have we? Okay, so I guess what I'm going to do is I'm going to just move my units back. And, whoa, this is actually kind of bad. I realize now that, yeah, fighting in Dashar lands usually means that the environments are well suited to cavalry-based armies. And of course the Jatu are well versed in, very flat battlefields and being able to take advantage of that. I'm very surprised, by the way, by the formation of the Jatu on the battle map right now. They are not usually one to take up a formation like this. Very strange. Very strange indeed. And how many cavalry do I actually have? I think I literally just have my cavalry here, with the exception of a couple from the army. But for the most part, they have a Dashar bandit and a mercenary cavalryman. Nothing really to write home about there. So I'm hopeful that their main force will be a little bit more effective than their cavalry offerings. And it looks like, wow, the Dashar are actually doing a pretty good job at intimidation right now. I don't exactly know how they're going to get over here. I think we should move back more. Can I move back more? Yeah, there's much more room here. Okay, so we're just gonna place them around here, put our archers a little bit further back. Yeah, this is a bit dicey actually. I don't know how good the Holy Inquisition units are. They have Inquisitors, War Priests, and battle brothers. They are the main meat of the army, I suppose you could say. And it seems like for the most part they have two-handed weapons, with the exception of maybe the battle brothers. They seem to not have two-handed. Clerics also have two-handed. So I don't know how that's going to go, but I do know that the Jatu have a huge amount of horse archers. And horse archers, well, what are they good against? Well, they're primarily good against very immobile infantry, and especially two-handed users. So this is going to be kind of bad. Well, we'll see. Let's try shooting off a couple of arrows here. I actually did hit someone. Amazing. Really can't believe that. I'm just shooting randomly for the most part here because I just like to try and, you know, maybe there'll be a kill here somewhere. Ah, there we go. Okay, so they're starting to charge into us now, which is absolutely fine. We do have some pretty decent walls right here, and if they do charge into us, the infantry will just cut them up. They should cut them up without any problems whatsoever. And of course, we do have the archers on the side here. That is going to be our main problem to deal with. I don't know how it's going so far, because obviously I don't have the death messages on, but let's have a look. We've eliminated 31 of them so far. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good start, but I am being murdered by the horse archers, which is kind of amusing considering I said that was actually going to be a problem for our allied units rather than me, but oh well, never mind. Yeah, I don't know how this is going to go, really. This is pretty bad for me right now, personally. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm at literally, what, 1 HP? I think I'm at 1 HP. So if I get stopped, like I did just now, then I think we might have some issues. We might have some issues. Anyway, I'm going to tell everyone to charge in here. I think I've told everyone to charge. Yes, I have. And let's try and take out a couple of the stragglers at the back here, because they're going to be the ones that maybe don't maybe don't pick us off. Yes, but they did. They certainly did. Okay, so it seems like it's not bad. It's not bad, but it kind of is. Not entirely sure how this is going to go, to be honest. I mean, you can see here that for the most part, it is an even battle. And our allies and ourselves have lost quite a few units. I guess what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to retreat here. I didn't want to do that. I really did not want to do that because the rating, obviously, of the bounty quest, I don't think that is actually applicable if you end up retreating from a particular fight, is it? 96,000? Did I have 96,000 before? I think I did. Yeah, I think it only applies when you have eliminated a particular army. But anyway, I am going to level up Sigismund here. Let's just give him another point in agility. Why not? Let's give him another point in athletics. Make sure that he's as fast as lightning on the battlefield. And otherwise, no one else needs to level up. Anson did level up, by the way. I gave him another point in, I think it is first aid and engineering. So he now has 8 in every medical skill, as well as engineer. And it does look as though the Inquisition is going to lose. Or does it? Maybe not, actually. I mean, you can see the Inquisition, they're actually fighting back quite a bit here. I am obviously just waiting for some time just to kind of restore my own HP here. Maybe we'll be able to join in at a somewhat later point. I don't want to join in too late, though. Oh no, it seems like the Inquisition are absolutely getting murdered, which is really bad. I don't exactly know whether I should go in here or whether I should just wait for the Inquisition to be eliminated, because I don't really want to fight them, so to speak. It would be cool to eliminate them, of course, because I might get an achievement. So maybe I should go in now. Oh. Well, yeah, I didn't really want to do that, thanks. I really did not want to go and fight the Jatu by myself. Okay, well, it seems like the Inquisition surely do not have the units capable of dealing with the Jatu right here, so I suppose that will be it for this episode, and hopefully next time I will have tracked down another unique spawn, and this Jatu army will have been eliminated by then, hopefully. Otherwise, that will be it. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.